Hey, you guys, it's me, and it is Wednesday, April 30th. Man, can you believe it's April already? You guys, I have long been a believer in working smarter and not harder. Like I said, every time I come on here, I'm going to give you one or two things. What are they? Something you need to know or something you need to grow. And this is something you need to grow and know. Most of the things are something you need to know and grow, but I digress. So, I was thinking the other day, I was talking to my wife and I said, there's this funny thing that's attributed to Eartha Kitt. Someone asked her, "What is your dream job?" And she said, "I do not dream of manual labor, darling," right? In her Eartha Kitt type voice. But I thought about it because, as we all know, that we have been conditioned and told when you work hard, you'll make it and you'll achieve your dreams. And can I just be real? That's a bunch of bullshit. Okay. Because if that was the truth, day laborers would be millionaires because they work hard. Okay. This day in digital age, there's no reason for you to go out. Literally, I remember about 4, maybe 5 years ago, I was watching this real estate show, right? And it was about real estate in the Caribbean because I have not been to the Caribbean yet. Yes, I know I got to go. We work so much. But you know what? Back to the subject at hand. And they were having these people that were going looking for homes in different parts of the Caribbean. And one lady said that her budget was $700,000 or $800,000 for a house. Now, by California standards, that's a 1.5 bedroom, right? However,
Answer me.
right?
Answer me. I said it.
She was sorry about that. But however, she had $800,000 she could spend for a home. So they were looking for homes and everything, and they asked, "What do you do?" And she said, "Oh, I'm a digital nomad." And I thought, nomad means to roam, digital. So I looked it up, and it's a person that can work from any place on the planet and still generate revenue. And she was able to afford $800,000. And I was like, so I'm gonna tell you exactly what she did, but I was like, what the hell? Digital nomad? How can I be one of those? Because I had just been told that you work, you get a check, you pay your bills, you die. You work, you get a check, you pay your bills, you go on vacation, then you die. Stuff like that. It was the progression, right? That I think everybody's been told to do. So she made she made greeting cards for dogs. And even the host said, but dogs don't have money. She said, no, not for dogs, but for dogs. I make greeting cards for dogs that their owners can buy for them for their birthday. Now, to me, that just sounds so asinine. That sounds so crazy, beyond insane. But she was able to afford an $800,000 house in the Caribbean. So who am I to judge? What I'm getting at is she was able to work from her phone and at that point from her laptop, do her thing, get her money, and keep it moving when she was on the beach. Okay? And I'm showing my age here, but I remember Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous back in the day when I was younger. And he said, "May we all meet we all meet on the beaches of the world," or something like that. And I'm like, could you imagine being on the beach and making money? You know, but now you can. So you guys, once again, something you need to know, something you need to grow. There is a platform called Ticketbox, and it says join the Ticket Boss family and make a killing in the ticket game. Okay, you can actually sell other people's events. Let me show you how. You sign up on this network, this platform. It's free, and when you sign up, you become a resale specialist. They're going to give you training on how to actually promote the items. You ain't got to do no sales. And let's get that right now. Because let me tell you, I hate selling. I ain't doing no cold calling. Now, let me go back. Back in the day, I sold Amway. I went door to door. I set up meetings. I showed the plan, and it sucked. And then I went door to door selling candy when I was in school. Those schools be pimping the kids, I'm be honest. I sold door to door, I sold candy. So I know I don't like it. I don't like it. But you know what I can do, and you know what I will do, and you know what I do is I post some stuff on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my TikTok, on my Snapchat. Now you mean to tell me that I could do that and somebody could basically go and I could make money when they click on the code? Oh, somebody scan the QR code, right on. If I could do that, oh, all day, say less. So what happens is now you're telling me that I can go and I can just post something on my social media by using this QR code right here, signing up, becoming a resale specialist, or this QR code right here and doing the same. And all I gotta do is post it. You ain't got to create the graphics because we've already created the ads for you. All you do is put the graphic up there, put your link in there, walk away, take your time. People go, oh, I want to go to that event. That's a cool event. I click on it, cha-ching, you're like, oh, just got paid. So when people are making money and they're not doing the work, that's because they're working smarter, y'all. They ain't working harder. One thing I know for sure, and two things I know for certain, is that people are going to live their life. And if that means they go into events, that means they're watching stuff, they're buying stuff, they're going to spend money to enjoy their lives. Why don't you make money off of that? And this ain't a bad thing. This ain't a hustle. This ain't a scam. This is just the way the system works. Okay? We work with promoters who pay us a certain amount, okay? And then they go and they actually are able to pay that money to be able to pass on to the people that resell the products. It's simple as that. Simple economics. I'm telling you, work smarter, not harder. When I first signed up for my first kind of resale specialist thing, I was like, okay, how does this work? Okay, because I ain't calling nobody. I ain't gonna be texting all my friends and family and giving y'all their phone numbers like we used to have to do back in Amway. It was like, no, just go on. Because let me tell you, I wanted to test out the platform first. I wanted to make sure the platform worked, right, before I start promoting it. And I went in there, I said, okay, how does this work? Okay, just post this link. Okay, you got the graphic, post the graphic. That's it? Somebody buys it, I get paid? All right, cool. Fair exchange, no robbery, right? And that's the way it works. You guys, do yourself a favor. Whether it's a Ticket Boss platform, whether it's anything, set up yourself so you get that recurring revenue. It is important that you set yourself up to have multiple streams of income. I remember when we looked at it probably like around 7, 8 years ago, they said if you have 11 streams of income, wait a minute, hold on, get it right. No, you have 8 streams of income, 8 streams of different income. Statistically, you will generate $1 million. If you have 11, you will generate $1 billion. And that's not to say I got $1 coming in every month from this one. You know what I'm saying? But the math got to be mathing. But statistically, you've got to have multiple streams of income. You can't just do one. So you got a job that works 40 hours a week. I'm not knocking it. Trust. I've worked in tech. I've worked in emergency medicine. I've worked, have my own practice as a behavior specialist. I went to school. Yes, that PhD is real, right? I've done it. I get it. It's cool. But with all your 40 hours a week thing, have something on your side hustle. You ain't got to stop doing what you're doing. You ain't got to say, I got to quit my job and just become a digital nomad. No. Have yourself in there so while you working your 40 hours a week, you still got money coming in from this other thing. Y'all, have multiple streams of income. That's what I'm telling you. I'm always going to tell you what I'm doing, what I've seen done, and I'm telling you what works. I'm not telling you something I heard, I'm telling you something I know. So with that being said, make sure I was going to keep it sweet and I'm going to keep it short, right? Make sure you have multiple streams of income. Make sure you sign up for programs like this. Now, I recommend the Ticket Boss platform because I've used it. I know it works. I've seen the payouts. I know they got the juice, right? And they do it. More events are coming. They're a fairly new company, but they're growing. So with that being said, you guys, if you guys do want anything, slide in my DM or comment Ticket Boss. I will send you the link to sign up. There's no minimum. Matter of fact, that's another thing too. You ain't gotta okay, you gotta promote 3 things a week. You gotta promote this. No, you ain't gotta do that. Statistically, I think they said if you post three times a day, you will generate, I think it's like, I think 3 times a day, you should generate around $200 a month, depending on the event. You might generate more, whatever, depending on what the event is. So if you're considering you always posting and you be posting your food and you be posting what you're out doing stuff and you're living your best life, if you can post that and not get no money and get like 1, 2, maybe 10 views, then post a link that's gonna pay you, right? Post something that's gonna pay you. All right, that's all I got to say about that. If you have any questions, remember, slide in my DMs or comment the word Ticket Boss. I will answer all your questions. I'm about to get out because guess what? You're about to see a post on my page because I'm about trying to live that digital nomad life and get paid. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.